He is the Can Man, Tony K. He's got the plan of Can, but tonight the plan went out the window. Rodrik Strong demanded a title shot, and Tony Khan was anything but strong. He crapped his pants, he did a bug-eyed look into the camera, and he announced that on Dynamite, it's going to be Roddy Strong versus Swerve Strickland for the AEW World Championship. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. Time to review Collision. We're into June. We're almost halfway through 2024. How can that even be possible?
I don't know how it's possible, but you know what? It is very possible that Tony Khan cacked his pants live on Collision tonight.
Yeah,
I mean, it and shite fell out them.
Well, let's just be grateful his arse cheeks aren't the size of Rikishi's, but
let's be grateful that he didn't bend over for Daniel Bryanson tonight, because he promised he would do it.
I'd bend over frontwards, backwards, I'd bend any direction for Bryan Danielson. But yeah, look, Tony Khan, I mean, we can give this guy credit, we can praise like the odd show, but he just goes back to being an absolute goofball the next. Like, what need is for Tony Khan to like look into the screen, the shocked impression on his face. I mean, it looks like he's looked at my bank account and seen the overdraft, and he's like, "Holy fuck, what's happened here?" That's the kind of look Tony Khan has got. I mean, this guy is a multi-billionaire. Nothing should be making him that bug-eyed, unless he's like an amphibian. Maybe he's an actual frog or something.
Amphibian.
I don't know if that's the reason why, but it's just so goofy. Like, I mean, I don't get it. Like, surely this guy's been on camera. He's been doing a lot of cameos lately. Would he not get a little bit better at acting? It's like Rodrik Strong walks in, demands a title shot, and Tony Khan's eyeballs just pop out his skull. As if it's like this groundbreaking...
It almost like sums up, though, like how bad he thinks that Rodrik Strong is, maybe. I mean, it'd be like back in the day of Naked Midian walked in for a title shot, McMahon's eyes are bulging as fucking. He's like, what?
Pretty sure McMahon would have just said, "You're fired." So yeah, tonight we were in California. Bit of a shit show, so makes sense that tonight was indeed a shit show.
Knows how to party.
Yeah, we had FTR but in the ring, but we're not going to lie here. Unfortunately, we did miss the beginning of this show because we were watching our real sport. We were watching boxing. Matchroom versus Queensbury 5-on-5, and Queensbury demolished Matchroom 5-0. So
it was like DX against Rare RKO at Survivor Series 2006.
Yeah, not a good night for Eddie Hearn. A good night though for Frank Warren. Good night for anybody who's betting on Frank Warren fighters. Bad night for Deontay Wilder. Rest in peace. Looks like he's retired for the game. But yeah, let's get back into it. FTR. One of the preview bullet points for tonight was FTR were going to talk. They had something to say, and we don't have a fucking clue what they said. So, if you want to take a guess, what do you think they said? You got any sort of...
I'm going to assume they said about the Elite and the match that happened on Sunday. That would be an educated guess.
Well, a quick look at Wrestle Headlines will tell us that they joined the ring with Tony Schiavone. They said that they will crawl down the ramp to fight for every single man and woman in the back. That's what they'll do. Maybe not tomorrow, not next week, not next month, but Bryan Danielson will be back, Darby Allin will be back. It will be a summer of AEW, and they will whoop the Elite's ass. So that's it. And then apparently we had a video of Jack Perry after Anarchy in the Arena. Perry says he can't give any more than he possibly does. Nobody believes in the spirit of AEW more than he does. When the company left Perry for dead, he continued to fight, continued to sacrifice TNA across the line. Perry will continue to shape the future through blood, sweat, and fire. And we missed this. So, yeah, there you go. Doesn't sound like a great promo. It just sounds like FTR talking shite, really, isn't it?
I mean, he says that it will be the summer of AEW and they will whip the Elite's ass, but then said just before that it doesn't actually matter when Bryan Danielson or Darby Allin come back.
What if they come back after the summer?
Yeah.
Then technically, as we
I'll see you in the summer.
Technically, as we claim, is not true. They're right. Let's go into match one. We had Rodrik Strong versus Lio Rush. Not really a high caliber match here. Not a star-studded match. I mean, it wasn't that long ago we had Adam Copeland versus Matt Cardona. At least that feels like a match. That feels like something that should kick off Collision. This doesn't. This feels like something that should be on Rampage at best.
Yeah, or Dark.
But Rodrik Strong went on the Rampage. He won. He beat Lio Rush. No surprise. Then we've already spoke about it. He went backstage. He demanded a shot against Swerve Strickland on Dynamite. Tony Khan, eyes popped out his head. He then put his eyes back in his head, and he agreed to give him the match. So there you go. Rodrik Strong, Dynamite, Swerve Strickland. It's a date. And the winning prize is the AEW World Championship. We all know who's going to win that one, though, so there's no point really tuning in. You know what? AEW, they give you predictable world title matches on TV, and WWE just don't even bother.
It's like we give predictable matches on pay-per-view.
Yeah. So, but, I mean, we all know Rodrik Strong's not going to become the champ, but at least they're giving you a title match, so, I mean, fair play.
Yeah, up next, though, was the worst thing on the show with the Workhorsemen against Shab and Daniel Garcia. Shab and Garcia win.
Yeah, I don't really want to talk too much about the match, but one of the Workhorsemen is very, very fat. He does a moonsault. I think his name's Drake. Does a moonsault. They lose the match, and then Daniel Garcia, you want to talk about this? He gets Shibita to sit down.
Shibita sits down, he's got no physique, he's showing off his non-existent middle muscles, right? And I'm sitting here thinking, it can't get much worse than this.
Yeah, it looks like Shibita's praying or something. He's sitting down in the cross-legged. I don't know what he's doing.
He's doing like the Buddha pose. Was he praying for Daniel Garcia to twist and thrust his fucking balls in the back of his head? I'm not too sure, but that's what he did.
Yeah, Daniel Garcia.
He wants some chicken balls with his noodles.
Chicken balls, yeah, noodles, fried that. Yes, Daniel Garcia gets behind Shibita, and it's awkward. He's just standing there. Then the next minute, he starts like thrusting his hips, doing the moves, like literally shoving his groin into the back of Shibita's head, and it's like, what the fuck are we watching here?
Yeah, what are we watching?
What kind of winning pose is this?
Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine if The Undertaker and Kane done this?
Billy and Chuck, maybe, but yeah.
Yeah, it would have made sense for Billy and Chuck.
The headline said, "This is a team that has legs. Fun stuff here. Aye, fun.
Fun stuff, my ass.
Fun is a three-letter word.
So's gay.
Aye, there you fucking go.
Anyway, right. Then we got Stokely and Chris Statlander backstage. I like Stokely, but I don't know. I mean, this was alright. They said they've got a present.
I don't know. Chris Statlander looks like a man. That's what it is.
I think her name's the Alien.
Well, could be the male.
So they say they've got a present for Willow Nightingale, and they're going through this present, and they're like, oh no, wait. It's just a bunch of rubbish. It's a bunch of garbage. Just like you. Ha ha ha. And then Statlander says she's going to destroy and decimate anyone who gets on her way next week. Basically, then she's going to have a squash match next week. That's how it works.
Brilliant.
Speaking of squash matches, we got Thunder Rosa versus Rihanna Dorada up next. Then Thunder Rosa won. Dorada tapped. I mean, are we surprised here? I don't think so.
No, we're not surprised here. Some jobber by Rina Dorada, no idea who it is, and Thunder Rosa wins in like, what, 10 seconds? A minute?
Speaking of squash matches, we just go straight into another one here. Cage of Agony versus KM, Danny Rose, and Danny G. I actually thought one of these guys looked a little bit like Matt Smith, or what's his name?
Davey Boy Smith.
Davey Boy Smith.
Even two guys in the match are called Danny, and not one of them is Danny fucking Basham. Then you've got a problem.
Or Danny Treasure.
I'm talking about wrestling, but yeah.
Anyway,
who sniffs more coke, Danny Treasure or Tony Khan?
I don't know. I reckon they'd be a good tag team, the Coke Sniffers.
Yeah.
Anyway, one of these guys was about 4 foot tall. I was legit getting John Silver vibes here.
No, I was.
He was short, but without the midgetism.
True,
or dwarfism.
The Gates of Agony win, Cage of Agony fucking bin.
Absolute squash match, and I guess they had to have 2 back-to-back squash matches to make enough time for the next match, because this one went pretty long. It was Claudio Cascanoli versus Johnny TV.
If Johnny TV's going to lose every match and get squashed, then you may as well just have a quick one.
Yeah, but it went long. I mean, Claudio wins. It was an okay match, but like you just knew Claudio could not fucking lose. And when you know somebody can't lose, it kind of takes the fun a little bit.
I don't care for Taya Valkyrie either.
Yeah, I think Johnny TV's being wasted here. I think John Morrison is World Championship caliber.
I think John Morrison and Carlito have been fucked the past like decade.
Yeah, you got 2 guys that were promising, 2 guys that could have went on to do a lot more than they currently have. And I mean, maybe at this point of their careers, they've just accepted, look, we're getting good paychecks here. We'll be job guys. Doesn't really matter. We're in our 40s. We're collecting money.
That's it. Money. I come from class.
I thought that once upon a time, John Morrison and Carlito would have both been future world champions.
Absolutely.
I mean, now I don't even think they'll ever get a sniffy, a relevant belt.
No.
Although Johnny TV, there's a shitload of belts in AEW, but none of them are really relevant, so...
That's the problem.
I mean, at least Carlito's got a chance of fluking, like, a US title or something in WWE. Maybe.
I could see that happening, to be fair.
If he changes his identity or something.
But there is
that ain't cool.
There's a video package for the Premier Athletes, Josh Woods and Tony Nese.
I mean, why do we care about Tony Nese? Some fucking bum from 205... I don't know. But Tony Nese, some bum for the Cruiserweight division, 205 Live. I mean, why do we care about this guy? We didn't care about him 7 years ago when he was in WWE, and we don't care about him now.
Talk about caring. Shane Taylor Promotions against West Coast Wrecking Crew. Fuck off. Get in the bin.
Shane Taylor Promotions win. Lee Moriarty and the other guy, whoever his name is, I know, Shane Taylor. I guess, yeah, Shane Taylor Promotions.
You know what it is, right? We've buried WWE and they have a lot of bad tag teams and factions, right? But at least for like the LWO or Legado del Fantasma and groups like that, it's like, yeah, they're pish, but they've got like the one standout guy, like Mysterio or, you know, Santos Escobar. These groups have fucking no one.
Who's the standout guy in Shane Taylor Promotions?
I mean, I'd probably say Shane Taylor because...
it's named after him.
Aye, but he's still shit.
Shit Taylor Promotions.
And West Coast Wrecking Crew, I couldn't even tell you one fucking guy in it.
West Coast fucking pop. No. Booyaka Booyaka 619.
West Coast fucking deflate.
Yeah, that's plenty.
That doesn't work. That
doesn't work. That was poor. Right. Anyway, we then got. I don't even know what happened next. We had Iron Savages and Jack Jameson backstage. They says that the trio divisions are a bunch of vegans, and that they're all getting direct flights booked to Titty City. I mean, what the fuck is happening here?
I'm going to take you to fucking Nerdy City because editor's note, this is for the main event, Will Ospreay, Kyle O'Reilly. These are two of my favourite wrestlers on the planet. There's 25 plus minutes left in the show. I am giddy. Fuck off. I'm never using wrestle headlines again.
You might be, I mean, maybe you're something else beginning with G, but I don't know if it's giddy. Anyway, back to the Iron Savages, Jack Jameson line. Saying that the Trios division are a bunch of vegans and they're all getting a direct flights booked to Titty City, I didn't really get that.
Yeah, I didn't get it.
I don't know if there's some sort of hidden message there. And then Killswitch shows up and destroys all three. For what reason? I really don't know. These guys have got nothing to do with Killswitch, nothing to do with Christian, nothing to do with Swerve Strickland. I don't know if these three are jobbers or whether they're to be taken serious in the Trios division. I didn't know who they were until I watched this show tonight. I've watched this show tonight and I still don't know who they are, but they got attacked 3-on-1 by Killswitch. And even though they were pretty big guys, they just got battered here, so I don't even know. I don't know what's the point.
Yeah, so we may as well go into the main event, and I mean, this guy's giddy, right? I'm depressed watching this. Will Ospreay wrestles the same match every week, every show he's on. It's the same flippy dippy, no selling sack of shite, overselling. That's what it is. There's no psychology. It fucking pains me that people think that this guy's better than people fucking goats of the past.
Yeah, I actually seen highlights of an Ospreay Ricochet match for about 8 years ago today, and like it made me sick. Like how see the acrobatics and the flips and the dives and like the handstands, and it is gymnastics, and people are calling this like one of the best matches ever. And it is literally just like handstands and flips. These are like ballerinas. These aren't wrestlers.
Yo, know what it is, right? They do one move and then 2.99 kick out, and then the guy who kicks out gets up and does a move to him. Oh,
2.999 kick out.
Yeah, where's the fucking, you know? There's no psychology. It's dead.
It's dead anyway. Will Ospreay wins.
Yeah, no surprise.
His title reign's not dead.
This gets a 4.5 star match. Well, no, it fucking sucks, man. It's actually so bad. I hate this fucking wrestling.
Yeah,
it isn't just like to go with Will Ospreay, right? But it's like they all wrestle like this. This new generation, this is their gimmick. It's like the Usos are like this as well.
I don't think the Usos are as bad. Although the Usos are bad for super kicks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, it's like them and the Young Bucks. I think there's a lot of people like this. I think WWE does steer clear of this a wee bit more, but AEW is full of people like this, man.
Anyway, look, Ospreay won. They shaked hands. Him and Riley. I guess they both, showed respect for each other. That was it. And then there was a video of Swerve. Swerve said that he will see Ospreay at Forbidden Door. And then he talked about Rodrik Strong and how you just can't walk up and demand a title shot, even though that's exactly what Rodrik Strong did and he got it. So we'll see. He calls him Billy Goat. He says once I get rid of Strong, Billy Goat, you'll see him at Forbidden Door. So I don't know. Swerve Strickland, is he trying to change character here? Don't really know. Don't really care. I thought it was a weak edition of Collision. I was expecting as much. Wrestle Headlines rated this a 9 out of 10 show. I will not be rating it a 9 out of 10 show. By the way, I think we did miss the... Did we miss the Tony Storm and Mariah May backstage promo? I think we did. We didn't really talk about that.
That's why we missed it.
Was that on Rampage?
Yeah, it showed you it tonight, but it was on Rampage.
Alright, okay, that was probably my favourite thing in the show, and that didn't happen. So,
they recapped it, but I can't really give a plus point for it if it's not on the actual show.
I thought this was garbage. I mean, Johnny TV, Claudio, probably my favourite match of the night, but I mean, it was just, I knew Claudio was going to win, so it didn't really do much for me.
Plus point for Tony Khan is that Men in Black followed it and the show overran, so maybe he'll get a boost from that.
True, I mean, Men in Black's a good movie. People maybe setting their TVs to switch over to Men in Black at 10 o'clock.
Here comes the crack addict.
I'm sure there's worse things to watch at 10 than Men in Black. I mean, AEW overran, so there's certainly one worse thing. But yeah, this just wasn't a great show, guys. I don't know what I'm going to rate it. I'll get a 1 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm going to get a 1 out of 10. If you don't like this wrestling, then you won't like this show, and that's fucking it. I can't pretend this is good. You just watch the match, and it's just false kick out after false kick out. It's fucking crap.
Yeah. Fair play though, Tony Khan. Nice facial expressions.
Rodrik Strong being fucking... He loses his mid-card belt against Will Ospreay, and now he's getting propelled into like a main event.
It just doesn't make any sense. Again, what happened to the ranking systems that Tony Khan had? How can you lose your mid-card title, win one match, and then get a world title? It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and look who's against.
But the rankings are going to be more important than ever in AEW in 2024.
He's against Leo Rush, man. It's not like he's beat John Moxley here. Leo Rush.
No. Anyway, I'm in no rush to talk any more about this shit, so we'll catch you guys in the next one. 1 out of 10. Till then, though, peace.